The Amazon Online Test is a timed assessment that evaluates your problem-solving, decision-making, and cultural fit through numerical, verbal reasoning, logical, situational judgment, and personality-based questions. Amazon uses its online test to quickly screen candidates through a timed assessment which evaluates logic, math, and verbal questions, along with situational tasks to evaluate how they make decisions in real-world scenarios. It also includes a work-style quiz aligned with Amazon leadership principles and, depending upon the role, job-specific questions like coding or Excel to assess technical skills. Here are the main types of questions you see on Amazon Online Test. Logical reasoning, where you identify patterns or complete sequences in shapes or numbers. Numerical reasoning, where you solve math problems using percentages, ratios, graphs, and tables. Verbal reasoning, where you read short text and answer questions to test comprehensions and logic. Situational judgment, where you choose the best responses to realistic work situations. And last but not least, work style assessments, where you agree or disagree with personality style statements that reflect Amazon culture. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Vadim Michalenko. I hold MBA and Master's degree in computer science. I have worked in the information technology field for over 20 years, and I've spent more than 15 years teaching people how to succeed in their careers. I created online training for everyone in the website howtoanalyzedata.net to help people like you pass interviews and assessment tests and get you hired for your dream job. In this video, I'll walk you through most common types of questions you see on the Amazon Online Test. I will also share with you answers, solutions, and explanations to improve your chances of passing the test. The questions are shown in random order, so I recommend watching the whole video to practice and learn as much as possible. Many people have passed their tests after watching videos like this, and I hope it helps you as well. Before we start, click the subscribe button and don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. If you have any questions, leave them in comments. I reply to every comment message I get. And now, let's go ahead and get started. Take a close look at this 3x3 matrix. Numbers in the first row are 1, 2, and 4. Second row has numbers 2, 3, and 5. And then the third row only has two numbers, 2 and 6. And the missing number you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices: A9, B12, C20, or D27. Can you solve it and choose the right answer? The trick pattern here is very simple, but it's hidden in plain sight for most. Instead of rows, we need to focus on columns. In fact, we need to multiply the two numbers at the top of the column to get to the number at the bottom. Take a look at the first column. 1 multiplied by 2 equals 2. In the second column, 2 multiplied by 3 equals 6. And I think you know what the missing number is, don't you? 4 multiplied by 5 equals 20. And the correct answer here is choice C, 20. In this question, you're presented with amazingly cool-looking 3 circles grouped into triangle. First circle has numbers 4, 7, and 3. Second one has numbers 1, 8, and 9. And the third one has numbers 2, 7, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 3. Choice B, 4. Choice C, 5. And choice D, 6. Here's our plan. Take a moment to read the question thoroughly, just like you would on a real test. Make sure to choose one of 4 answer options before time is up. Once you locked in your answer, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution is as simple as elegant as this cool-looking shape. Let's look at the first shape. As you might have guessed, the numbers are added clockwise to calculate the result. 3 plus 4 equals 7. What's interesting here is that the starting position for the calculation rotates clockwise, incrementing by 1 with each shape. Knowing this, let's look at the second shape. 1 plus 8 equals 9. And you know what time it is, right? It's the magic moment to calculate the missing number. To do it, we need to add something to 2 to get the result of 7. 5 plus 2 equals 7. And the correct answer here is choice C, 5. In this question, you are presented with 4 objects, and you need to determine the odd one. Take a moment to fully understand the question and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choices A, B, C, and D. Make sure to lock in your answer before time is up. Once you're ready, we'll reconnect on the other side to review it together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because even though question seems complex, the solution here is really simple. In fact, we can find the answer in 3 simple steps. In step 1, we need to break down each object into individual parts, individual basic shapes. In step 2, we need to review fundamental geometrical components of each object. And in step 3, we need to identify what the majority of objects have in common to find the outlier. Let's start with step 1. As you can see, each object consists of fundamental geometrical components. We see circles, we see squares, and we see triangle. For example, object B has 2 squares and 2 circles. Object C has a square and a circle. And object D has triangle and a circle. As you can see, objects B, C, and D all have circle in common. And object A does not have a circle, which means that object A is the odd one, since it has rounded areas but does not have a full circle. And the correct answer here is choice A. Are you ready for more? Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with 4 objects, and you need to determine the odd one. Your choices for the answers are choices A, B, C, and D. After you've selected your final answer, post it in comments, and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving the school problem. To solve this challenge, let's draw the inspiration from Marie Curie, who once said, "Nothing in life is to be feared, it's only to be understood." Now it's time for you to understand how to solve this question. You're presented with the series of numbers 1, 12, 45, and the next number is missing. You need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 134. Choice B, 144. Choice C, 154. And last but not least, choice D, 164. Time's up. Are you ready to show your answer? First number is a given, which is 1. Next number is calculated by adding 3 and multiplying the results by 3 again. Let's look at the example. 1 plus 3 in parentheses multiplied by 3 equals 4 multiplied by 3 and equals 12. To calculate the next number, let's add 3 to 12 and multiply by 3, and the result would be equal 15 multiplied by 3 and equals 45. And now is the time to calculate the missing number. 45 plus 3 multiplied by 3 equals 144. So the correct answer here is choice B, 144. Admit it or not, but with this question, you're not just navigating through the question itself, but you're charting a course toward victory. Every correct thought in your response is a step closer to reaching your destination. You're presented with the shape, which I'm not sure how to call. Let's call it half pyramid. In the first row of this pyramid are numbers 1, 2, and 5. In the second row, the numbers are 2, 5, 2, and 6. And then in the third row, the numbers are 3, 1, 0, 1, 0, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 0. Choice B, 1. Choice C, 2. And last but not least, choice D, 3. Are you prepared with your solution? I'm curious to compare the notes, so let's move forward and share our answers. You might be surprised, but there is a pattern, and there are calculations that describe how each number in each row is calculated. In fact, the pattern here is that the next number in the same row is calculated as a previous number squared plus 1. Let's look at the example. For the first row, the calculations would be 1 squared plus 1 equals 2. 2 squared plus 1 equals 5. For the second row, the calculations would be 2 squared plus 1 equals 5. And 5 squared plus 1 equals 26. Let's calculate the missing value now. 3 squared plus 1 equals 10. And 10 squared plus 1 equals 101. So the missing number here is choice B, 1. In this question, you're presented with unusual but very cool looking set of expressions. First expression is soccer ball plus basketball equals 7. Second expression is basketball minus soccer ball equals 3. And then the third expression is soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8, choice B, 10, choice C, 12, and choice D, 15. This is our plan. Take a moment to understand the question, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose your answer as 1 out of 4 possible options, and you need to do it before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I truly hope so, because the solution is as simple and as elegant as this set of expressions. To solve this challenge, we need to remember high school math, or maybe middle school math, or maybe even elementary school math. Remember, we used to do it with x and y variables. Here, instead of x and y, we have basketball and soccer ball. To get the answer to this challenge, we need to use our 3-step solution. In the first step, we will calculate the value of the basketball. In the second step, we'll calculate the value of soccer ball. And then in the step 3, we will calculate the expression. You know, the expression with the missing value. Soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals question mark. Let's do it step by step. First, let's join 2 equations together. Soccer ball plus basketball in parentheses plus basketball minus soccer ball in parentheses equals 7 plus 3. After we simplified, we learned that 2 basketballs equals 10, which would mean that 1 basketball would equal 10 divided by 2 and would equal 5. Now we're ready for step 2 to calculate the value of the soccer ball. Let's substitute the value of the basketball in the first equation. Soccer ball plus 5 equals 7, which means that soccer ball value is 2. Let's summarize. We've completed first 2 steps, and we've learned that value of the basketball is 5, and the value of the soccer ball is 2. Now we are ready to solve the original expression. Remember the one? Soccer ball multiplied by basketball equals question mark. Cool thing about what we know now is that we know the values of both soccer ball and basketball. Let's substitute them. 2 multiplied by 5 equals 10. So the correct answer here is choice B, 10. In this question, you're presented with the sequence of numbers. 18, 14, 11, 9, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 7, choice B, 8, choice C, 6, and choice D, 5. This is what we're gonna do. Take a moment to understand the question, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose one of 4 answer options before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution is as simple and elegant as these cool shapes that we see on the screen. Sequence follows a pattern of decreasing by consecutive numbers. Let's look at the example. The first set of numbers are 18 and 14. 18 minus 4 equals 14. You see that in the first pair, the decrement is 4. But in the next pair, the decrement would be 3. Let's continue with our examples. 14 minus 3 equals 11. Can you guess what the next decrement would be? I think you've got it. 11 minus 2, right? That's what you thought. Equals 9. And now is the magic moment to calculate the missing number. 9 minus 1 equals 8. So the correct answer here is choice B, 8. But wait, are you ready for another round? Now, as you know how to tackle these types of challenges, let's keep the momentum going. Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with extremely cool looking shapes, which have sequence of numbers 25, 21, 18, 16, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 13, choice B, 14, choice C, 15, and choice D, 16. After you've worked out your answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. In this question, you're presented with the expression 8 plus 6 divided by 2 multiplied by 5 minus 3 in parentheses equals the number you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 8, choice B, 10, choice C, 12, and choice D, 14. Here's what we're gonna do. Take a moment to carefully review the question, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to lock in your answer, selecting one of 4 possible choices before time runs out. And I'll join you on the other side and we'll go over the solution together. Let's go ahead and get started. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because even though expression seems complex, the solution to this problem is surprisingly simple. To solve these types of expressions, you need to know where to start and how to continue. And what could be better here than high school hint PEMDAS? Parentheses, exponents, multiplications and division, addition and subtraction. This is exactly the sequence of what you should do. Let's start with parentheses. 5 minus 3 equals 2. There are no exponents here, but there's multiplication and division. So where do you go from here? You go from left to right. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. Let's do a quick check-in to see how updated expression looks like. Now the simplified version looks like 8 plus 3 multiplied by 2 equals question mark. Let's continue just a few more steps. 3 multiplied by 2 equals 6, and 8 plus 6 equals 14. So the correct answer here is choice D, 14. But wait! Are you ready for more? Especially now, when you know how to solve these types of challenges. Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with the expression 15 minus 3 multiplied by 4 plus 2 in parentheses divided by 3. You need to calculate the result and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 9, choice B, 10, choice C, 11, and choice D, 12. After you've worked out your answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool expression. You can't argue with Steve Jobs, who famously recommended to find passion in your endeavors and indicated that success will follow. His famous quote, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do," is truly applicable to you solving this question and make it enjoyable to embrace challenges in life to make progress. You're presented with 3 circles. Each circle has 3 numbers inside. The first circle has numbers 27, 37, and 16. The second circle has numbers 25, 47, and 18. And then the third circle has numbers 23, 53, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 17, choice B, 18, choice C, 19, and choice D, 21. Are you feeling challenged? Remember Steve Jobs, you have to enjoy the process. And the advice I am going to give you is that simple solutions sometimes are the most effective. Let's approach this with fresh eyes and innovative thinking. Are you ready to showcase your work? Let's get into it and see how our answers match up. And even if you don't have an answer, don't get discouraged. Keep your spirits up, and if you are unsure, every question, whether answered correctly or not, is a chance to gain valuable insights and refine your skills for future success. The pattern here is rather simple. Bottom right number is calculated as the sum of the bottom left number and the upper number divided by 4. Let's look at the example in the first circle. 27 plus 37 divided by 4 equals 16. Let's verify this pattern with the second circle. 25 plus 47 divided by 4 equals 18. Now we can easily calculate the missing number. 23 plus 53 divided by 4 equals 19. So the correct answer here is choice C, 19. In this question, you need to determine the highest value out of 4 expressions, and you have 4 choices to choose from. Choice A, 1/2 plus 1/3. Choice B, 0.8 multiplied by 1.1. Choice C, 2 minus 1/2. And choice D, square root of 9 minus 1/5. Here's our plan with this question. Take a moment to understand the question itself, just like you would in a real test. Make sure to choose one of 4 answer options before time is up. Afterwards, I'll walk you through the solution and how to do it quickly, step by step. Alright, let's dive in. Time's up. Do you have your answer ready? I hope so, because the solution here is really easy. As you might have guessed, to solve it, you need to calculate each expression in decimals and compare the numbers to determine the highest. Let's start with choice A, 2 fractions, 1/2 plus 1/3. To solve this expression, we need to add fractions with common denominator, which is 6. 1/2 equals 3/6, and 1/3 equals 2/6. 3/6 plus 2/6 equals 5/6, which approximately, when converted in decimal, equals 0.83. Now let's look at choice B, 0.8 multiplied by 1.1. If you think about it, it's so simple you can do it in your head. It would be equal 8 multiplied by 11, moving the results behind the dot. So the answer is 0.88. Probably the easiest one to calculate is choice C, 2 minus 1/2. 1/2 equals 0.5. And 2 minus 0.5 equals 1.5. Choice D is not difficult either. Square root of 9 minus 1/5. Square root of 9 equals 3. 1/5 equals 0.2. 3 minus 0.2 equals 2.8. And now it's easy to compare the values. Choice A equals 0.83. Choice B 0.88. Choice C 1.5. And choice D 2.8. Just to remind you, the original question is determine the highest value. The correct answer here is choice D, 2.8. Hold on now. Are you ready for another round? Now that you know how to tackle these types of challenges, let's keep the momentum going. Try this question to see how you would do. You're presented with 3 amazingly cool looking shapes. First shape has numbers 1, 2, and 1 again. Second shape has numbers 2, 3, and 5. And third shape has numbers 7, 4, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. Choice A, 3, choice B, 4, choice C, 5, and choice D, 6. After you've worked out your answer, post it in comments and I'll share my feedback. Enjoy solving this cool problem. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. and all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.